Hi, good people. Welcome to day 3 of my 7-day challenge entitled Crowned in Color. And I told you, crowned in color, it doesn't have to do with coloring your hair. It's more of a general, an overview of color in every sense. So today we're talking about color with intention. I'm telling you to pick colors with intention. And we're looking at color in terms of energy, expression, and embodiment. So, color isn't just visual. It's just not what we see. It holds vibrations. It has energy. It has a frequency. So there are wavelengths of color. So when we choose a hair color, even temporary hair color, we're choosing how we show up, what we radiate, what we are ready to embody. Whether we're going to be fiery red or subdued red or a subtle red or soft honey blonde or bold blue or neon green. It's more than style. It's a frequency you are claiming, how you show up. I went to an interview and I had told some colleagues of mine about the opening, and so they all went to that interview as well. I went with my red hair, dressed professionally, and I had another friend who, same thing, dressed well, went into an interview. Excuse me. And later on, we found out that her personality was what they had expected of me because of my red hair. She's very bubbly. She's very talkative. I am very quiet. I speak I say what I have to speak, and I, answer my questions, and I move on. So I'm not this, and she was, and that was the standing joke that when they interviewed us, they thought I was going to come in all, crazy and wild and because of my red hair, and I wasn't. I was the complete opposite. She, who came looking very conservative, like the church goer, that kind of stereotype. She was bubbly. She talked. Her interview was before mine, so I could hear her. I could hear her voice. Didn't hear what she was saying. So it tells you that there's perception, the way people perceive you also. So what you radiate is what you receive, or how you enter a room. The colors you wear have an impact on people. I find that babies will always smile at me or stare, or little children will stare at me. And my assumption is because of the red. They've seen this bright color, and then it's on somebody on my head. Who has red hair? And I'm talking about little babies. They stop, they smile, they make noise, and usually the mothers will look back to see what has caught their attention. It's just the red hair. So think of your color as a signal, as energy, or like your energetic clothing. Like, although I dye my hair red, I can't tell you why I started dyeing my hair red. And I've been dyeing it since 93. Red is not my favorite color. If I ever wear anything red, it's usually a gift. If I walk into a store, I'm going to look for hues of different colors. Because I grew up with a mother who was like, be experimental. You go to a store, pick a yellow thing. Your wardrobe doesn't have to be black and white. So my mother also bought me different colors, but she and my sister always would buy me some. If they saw something red, they would buy it for me. I never go into a store and see a red thing and think I'm going to buy it. So I don't know where that comes from. I have to really study it, because people do ask me. My mother said as a baby, anything red that came my way, I reached out for it. I liked it. So think about it. So you also need to know that, um, or question yourself as to why you're putting on certain colors today, yesterday, and then what are you stepping into? Because each color has a frequency or wavelength. So they react differently. They give off different energy. And it would be good to also read up on that to see what brown carries, what white carries. I know white reflects light, and black absorbs heat. But what is the wavelength? What does that mean? When you walk in a room with dark stuff, what does that say to people about you? When you were walking with white, what people say? Like in cultures, like when my dad died, because he was an older person, we wore white. Okay. Now, depending on certain age in our culture, you can wear black and white. Then it depends on what type of person the person was or what age they were. You wear jet black for some people. Everything is black, you know. So color has cultural nuances and carries a wavelength. Like there's certain cultures that if you wear black, the first thing they're gonna ask you is who died. Like this, they'll see me this my black jacket and my pants are black. What happened? I just like it. It's not like it has anything to do with anything. So think about why you chose what you chose today. Why those colors? And what would you be stepping into? What are you taking with you with that? What sort of energy are you bringing out? Same with your hair. Each color carries a unique frequency, and the color can support your mood. Yes, sometimes when my parents died, I didn't wear anything black. I just did not want that to to I wanted to celebrate them, and I just didn't want to feel like the black was going to represent death and stuff. No. I wore bright colors. I never stopped wearing my colors. I wear colors all the time. So, and it also it can support your mood, your identity. Identify you. People identify me with color. I've heard people when I walk into an office say, "I saw you and her colors," you know, and know why you choose certain colors. And you don't have to be deeply spiritual to feel the impact of color. We see it all the time. It's all over. It's nothing spiritual about it. It is spiritual, and it doesn't have to be spiritual to you. Everybody's different, right? Red can feel bold and rebellious and fiery. I went to one of those uh what should I say? It was one of those mind, body, and soul retreats years ago in the 90s. No social media then. And it was one of those mind, body, and soul thing retreat. When I say retreat, it was like a 2-day retreat. We didn't stay overnight there, but every day they had something new. And that was the first time I was seeing, talking of the metaphysical things like that, massages with purpose, and stone baths, and all those things. Where it was such a fantastic retreat. They broke us up into groups. Everyone in my group had red hair. I was the not natural red hair, but everyone in my group was a redhead, and we had just picked up numbers from a basket, and we all ended up in the same group. How was that? And we found out in the few minutes that we were together, we were outliers. We were very different. But the whole retreat was very catered to a lot of creatives and stuff like that, just because we were interested in those things. We wanted to know the moon, how the moon and water and stones and semi-precious stones before it was a thing. So, excuse me. So, okay, so I talked about even like some people, black makes them feel powerful, grounded, or mysterious. I know that I went to a college. One of the colleges I went to was a performing arts college. Because it was a performing art college, that era we were in, everybody wore black. It was the thing. Whenever you saw anybody with wearing black or stuff, you knew what college they came from. You knew they were in the arts, and they were not necessarily goth or anything like that. But we just wore black. Black was the thing. I didn't necessarily wear black, but because I'm just a free spirit myself. I wear what I want to, how I want to. But we were we we attributed black to creativity. And I think in the States, I don't know if it's still the same, but you find the art students wear lots of black, or at least that generation did at the time. And then colors like pink can feel soft and playful or transformative. What you choose or don't choose says something. So today, let's talk a little about that. So, what colors are you drawn to right now and why? How do you want to feel when you see yourself in the mirror, or how do you want to appear in life each day? What kind of energy do you want to carry into the season of your life? If you look up the energy behind color, choose you can choose colors that suit that energy, that takes you, gives off whatever you want to give, or gives you some sort of solace or quietness, or makes you feel vibrant, or heals you. Color does so much. Color is not just visual, it has an effect on us subconsciously. A lot of us are not interested, that we're too busy with our lives. We have too many responsibilities. We're not thinking about what color does. I don't walk around thinking what color does, but I know that I wake up and I decide I'm wearing this, and I'm looking for a specific scarf. Like I looked for this scarf. This was given to me years ago in college by a friend of mine. I still have it. And I knew I had it and I was looking for it. I wanted to wear it and I found it. And I guess it made me feel good. I love the colors. They're light and airy and pretty, and I like it. And it was kind of a chilly-ish morning. So I wanted it. And then what I found out that they matched my earrings. I didn't realize that. I didn't plan that. But I just wanted to wear this scarf. And I knew it was somewhere in my drawer and I found it. So it's uplifting. I know color uplifts me. When I have to color my hair, oh my God, I love it. When I know I have to retouch my color and feel good, oh my gosh, I just love it. Because I do let my hair grow out. As you can see, I would let it grow out for quite a bit, and winter is coming, so I just leave my hair alone. I don't color it until winter is over. So for 3 or 4 months, my hair is going to look like one. A friend's mother says tie and dye. She calls my hair tie and dye when she sees the black and the red, and I just leave it. But I think this red hair makes me, I love it. I love it. It just, for me, it's uplifting. It's happy. And I forget my hair is red. So when people stare at me, I'm always like, oh my God, is something out of place? Do I have a booger in my nose, or do I have, that kind of thing? You're like, did I leave home with something? Is there something on my clothes? And then after I've passed them, I'm like, it's the hair, it's the red. Okay. Um, so just kind of look at what sort of colors you're drawn to and figure out, research why. Ask yourself why. Look up the frequencies, look at what those colors give up, and identify, try and see how that fits into who you are and why you're drawn to it. Then you can also think of what kind of energy do you want to carry into each day, each month, each year. And wear colors that push you forward, move you forward, make you feel that, make you achieve. Because like I say, this red in my hair makes me feel uplifted. I don't necessarily need a red clothing to wear to feel uplifted. No, for me that's different. It's totally different. So that you can see that there's a difference with the hair, red in my hair and red that I wear. Lipstick, I realize I will wear reds, but I also wear so many other colors. I wear greens and blues and whatever. So it's about color for me. And they make me feel a certain way. I wake up and I would be like, I want to wear my green lipstick today, or my gray lipstick, or my blue lipstick, because I'm not sitting and analyzing it. There's good reason why I want to wear that. Sometimes I wake up and I just want to wear gloss with sparkles. for me, and I'm not going anywhere. I work from home, so I I'm because people come here and say, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "To work." Where? In my house. I dress like I'm going to work in my house. If your hair color could speak, what would it be saying? Now, I'm not, when I speak, I talk about hair color. I'm not talking about necessarily about just dyeing your hair. What does the black hair represent? People have hair that is brown, fawn. You have different hues of black. It's like people used to say, think that Asian people all have their hair is all jet black. But no, if you live with them, you will see that they're different hues of black. Different, some blacks are jet, some are got brown undertones, some have auburn undertones. It's just like hair color. Sometimes I don't want this kind of pinky red. I want a fiery red. I want an orange red, red with orange underneath or yellow underneath it. I don't like the reds with browns or purples. I don't like auburns and stuff like that. So they're different hues of color. What does that mean? How does that make you say? What does the color say about you? If you're the color on your head or the color you wear could speak, what would they be saying? What would it be saying? And color could be anything. This could be color. But my sister loves animal print. She does not zebra, but if it's in there, it's fine. But she likes the leopard and the what do you call it? The leopard and why can't I remember? Because I buy her stuff with this animal print anyway. This kind, not the zebra stripes. Um, so for those of you who are going to color your hair today, pause before applying the dye. Place an intention in the process silently. What is it you want to achieve? How do you want this to make you feel? What do you want this to do for you going forward? Don't just apply color just for it willingly. You can do that too, but sometimes be intentional. Be intentional. You might even change your mind and decide, let me switch up the color or change the color. Know why you're using that color because you are being drawn to it by its energy. It's manifesting in you, it's triggering something, it's making you feel a certain way. You know, occasionally I think maybe could do blue, but it's dark. Purple, not keen on purple. Yellow, oh, what would that look like? So there are not too many colors that I feel I can dye my hair. You know, and then I always feel sometimes too, you need people to take you seriously. So there'll be certain colors I'll be like, okay, I'll have to do this another time or during the holiday season or something like that. So you have to think before you color, or think about your own natural hair. What does it say about you? What are the frequencies of the color, different colors in your hair? Are you a jet black hair person? Are you a brown headed person? Are you red headed? Are you blonde? Are you not quite blonde? Are you platinum? Are you all those things say a lot, carry their energy, affect you as well. What does the color help you remember about yourself or tell you about yourself? Does it take you back into the past? It said, does some color have not give you have whole nostalgia for you? Like, are they nostalgic? I took part in my mom always let us take part in competitions and stuff like that. When I say children's competitions and like that, no, it's Easter. It was Easter time many years ago, and we had to color an Easter bunny. And I have three siblings, an older brother who passed away, and then I have a sister, and I have another brother before me. So we took part. It was in the school, the school competition, after school thing that was being done for us to color something. And of course, I was coloring my bunny with red. Now I was at the age I realized now that I could not keep I couldn't color neatly I couldn't, my coloring went outside the lines of the bunny rabbit. And I was looking at everybody. My older brother was sitting there. There were other kids around. I don't know, my sister and my other brother were seated. And everybody's was neat. I remember my older brother's was practical colors for the bunny. I saw red crayon and I just colored, and then I tried to go back and neaten the my bunny to look like everybody. But I was at the age where I think your hands still can't keep you within the lines and neatly. And so I looked at my thing and thought, well, mine looks so messy, but it was a red bunny and that one color. I didn't do two-tone. People had brown with little patches and all that, and my whole thing was red. And when it came to winning prizes, who won? Me. And the lady told my mom she is creative. She's an artist. And everybody, I remember my older brother looking at me and smiling because he's looking at this thing. Probably looked a mess. But I won and he was happy for me. I loved him. I love my siblings and I love my older brother. But um who knew? And my mom always reminded me about that. So she always made me explore my creativity because she was already doing that with me. But this woman probably affirmed it even more that this child is creative. Let her, this bunny with all red bunny with all with color crayon all over the place. It's a winner. So I won, I think, for my age group or something of the sort. Anyway, so here's an idea of sort of a little ritual you can do. Say a short phrase as you apply color to your hair or choose a color that you want. Say, infuse this color with clarity. With this shade, I claim my softness and my strength, or I claim whatever you want. You know, have some rituals because I realize we're so busy just bouncing and doing this and out there chasing purpose and all that and success and all that, and we just miss out on a quiet life, on a life that centers you and moves you softly and gently through each day, you know. And those of you not coloring your hair, you can just create like a simple mood board, cut stuff from magazines, Pinterest, or free draw, and label each color with the energy it carries for you, how it reflects your inner self. And this board becomes your energetic signature. It's like a visual mantra of your personal frequency of the colors you like and what they do for you and how they make you feel. Doesn't only have to be for those of you who are not coloring your hair, dyeing your hair, everybody. But at least those of you who dying, you can think about why you're choosing this color, what energy it gives off, and how does that help me in my life? Does it elevate my feelings? And try and sometimes do you mix colors so that you can get the energy of all the colors. So it's just something. This is just a playtime. This is just, let's not take life too seriously all the time. Let's enjoy what we do. Let's live life a little softly, gently, and quietly. you know so color is not just pigment, it's energy. Every color exists on a frequency, just like sound or light. Color has, think of the rainbow, you know has, how does that form? It forms because it has a frequency, and they're all in a certain, everybody is stacked up differently because of the different frequencies that they carry. you know it's refracted white light. you know so when you choose a shade of color for your hair or clothing that you wear, you're aligning with its vibration. Ask yourself, does this color match the me I'm becoming or want to be, or the day I want to have? And I think about it, the colors on your walls at home, the sheets that you buy, what color are they? Your bathroom mats, and all those things affect us. Some people have all white right through their house. It gives them peace. And then the same people you'll find suddenly want pops of color, or suddenly want to change that. They've had enough of that sterility in one sense, or that starkness. Sometimes they need that stark away from the busy, the noise. So I just want to leave you with that. I want you to reflect on your choice of color in your life, in your hair, what you adorn your hair with. Why do I have this? Why did I choose this to wear that with this and that and this and all that? Why? I wanted a bit of this, I want a bit of that. Maybe these earrings could have been worn with a real dress-up evening attire or something. Why am I wearing it due the day with my... Why? Because I wanted those colors. It made me feel a certain way. Who knows? And then write something about the colors, the energy you feel it gives you. Put together that mood board of colors you like. And it could be taken from Pinterest, some clothing you see, or some shoes you see, or some abstract painting, and ask yourself, why do you like that? What is it about those colors in that painting that you like? Look in your house. What's on your walls? What have you adorned your walls with? Maybe you thought you put a hat on the wall, but is it really just the hat? Is it not the color? Does it match this? Does it not match that? All those things have a play in your life, And that's why you find that sometimes it's important to have some sort of, not ritual, but some sort of process you use, because sometimes you're doing things not thinking how these things affect you, how the energies of these frequencies of these things affect you. Your style, what you like to wear. I see random pictures of, let's say, taken by photographers, and you see a woman wearing something like this with something else striped. It looks busy, but there's a coordination. Sometimes it's because it's lack of her having availability of choice, so she's wearing what she just has. But there's some beauty in that, and that's why lately I tend to feel like, yeah, I can match up to a certain point, but there are going to be things that are just going to stick out, and I don't mind that. It makes you an individual. So today is about color and intention. Why do you go and buy a box of a pen, and the pen is a blue pen or it's silver? Why are you choosing those colors? It's the same with hair dye. People wake up and want lilac hair, neon hair, they've multicolored hair. Color has an impact on your life, and it's great to just find out what and how and why. What is the impact it has on life, on your day, on your mindset? That's why they have color therapy. Just some food for thought.